Who can forget the media images from previous Arab-Israeli conflicts? The patterns of repeating smoke in Beirut. The same Palestinian grandmother weeping in different locations, day after day after day. And the series of stuffed animals, apparent victims of Israeli airstrikes, conveniently placed into position by an Arab prop man. Now in Gaza 2012, it's happening all over again. CNN and BBC ran this footage of a supposedly injured man in Gaza. 30 seconds later in the report, the man is shown miraculously walking around, healthy as a lark. Here's an injured child tweeted by the BBC as a victim of Israeli strikes on Gaza. In truth, the photo is of a child injured 1 month earlier in Syria's civil war. Hamas uploaded this photo of a Palestinian child wounded in an Israeli airstrike. You guessed it, another recycled image from Syria. CNN called this child another victim of an airstrike, and Egypt's prime minister called him a martyr killed by Israel. But experts at the Palestinian Center for Human Rights confirmed that the boy was actually killed by a Hamas rocket that fell short and landed in Gaza. Yahoo News posted this slideshow of Gaza children caught in the crossfire. Gaza children? The Hebrew writing clearly indicates this is a photo of Israeli children seeking shelter from Hamas rockets. There are also staged photos coming out of Gaza. Here's a Palestinian man just a split second from picking up a pristine doll lying perfectly positioned, as the photojournalist just happens to be down on the floor at the precise moment. It's simply too good to be true. Then there's plain old anti-Israel bias masquerading as news. This CNN report shows total disdain for Israel.
How do these airstrikes, Mark, bring peace and quiet? 15 children are wounded. These aren't targeted operations. Aren't you making an already bad situation worse?
This CNN special report says that Hamas operates schools, hospitals, and religious institutions, soup kitchens, and orphanages in Gaza and the West Bank, and runs an effective social welfare program. NBC had this to say about the deadly Gaza rockets that have caused hundreds of Israeli casualties.
The rockets are essentially very ineffective. They rarely do damage.
Hamas is using the media to deliberately incite public opinion against Israel, and news agencies are complicit in this fraud. From Israel, I'm Shraga Simmons.